You find yourself in a comfortable position, whether it be seated or lying down, perhaps a blanket or a shawl over your shoulders, even a talit. Um, we're going to settle into our bodies to begin. Taking some deep breaths in through our nose, out through our mouths. I invite you this morning, as you take these deep breaths, to put your hands on your stomach. And with each breath, try to focus the breath as deep as you can, avoiding breathing into your chest and instead into your stomach through your nose. And on your exhale, just pushing out the last little bits of breath. Another inhale. Slowly feeling your shoulders relax and all the muscles in your face relax. With this next breath, let the breath guide your mind up through your nose, paying attention to how it feels to breathe in through your nose and your sinuses. Following the breath down your throat to your lungs. Trying to pay as close attention as you can to this breath. When you fill your lungs, imagine the way in which the components of the air you breathe in are dispersed into your bloodstream, moving around your body, bringing these important life-sustaining materials to all parts of the body. And allow your mind to follow those paths, seeing how much of your body you can pay attention to at once. From as deep down as the veins and arteries that carry the blood around the body, to as maximal as legs, arms, torso. Really feeling how the breath allows you to see in your mind's eye the connection between all these pieces that make up your body. And perhaps as you do so, you may feel some aches or pains, or some sense of desire for your body to be different than it is. And if those feelings or thoughts arise, I invite you to acknowledge them, and then as best you can, with your next breath, exhale them, blowing them out. Allowing yourself for just this moment, perhaps for even longer, to appreciate all aspects of your body, whether its form be to your liking or not. It is your body, and it contains you. You contain it. Our mind and our body are interwoven and interlinked in such a way that we actually cannot separate the two. So any negativity we feel towards our body ends up rebounding back into our self-conception entirely. And then we can let these feelings and thoughts go, often implanted by aspects of society that create ideals that are impossible, push us to be something that we cannot be, perhaps at our most basic level, do not even wish to be. We blow these thoughts, these ideas out the bottom of breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose. With each new breath, feeling more and more comfortable and loving towards your body, and acknowledging that the way in which it all fits together, the way in which it allowed you to reach this moment itself is miraculous. It's incredible. The way in which our nervous system allows our body to stand and walk, to operate a computer, to control our very breath. If we question for a moment why these things are, they can cease being a given and begin feeling amazing. Baruch atah Adonai, rofech basar mafli la'asot. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals all flesh, working wonders. Now let us return to our breath, anchored in our bodies, feeling the way in which they act as a source of self, not only a container for self. Our breath becomes a link between self and other, between inner and outer. Our bodies both contain and are contained by ourselves. The breath, which brings in that which is external, which we all draw upon equally, which therefore connects us all. It's a gift. It reminds us that we are not alone, that we need that which is outside of us to sustain us. And that which is outside of us needs us to sustain it. And this breath is our soul. And when it enters our body, it becomes ours. And when it leaves, it goes back to the collective, showing that although we do live individual lives, individual responsibility, none of us are truly alone, always connected by the world we require, that was gifted to us, and that we were gifted to. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi hatavrata yitzarta tarnefachta bi v'ata meshamra b'kirbi kol zman sheneshama b'kirbi מודה אני לפניך, אדוני אלוהי, ואלוהי אבותיי ואמותיי, ריבון כל המעשים, אדון כל הנשמות, ברוך אתה אדוני, אשר בידו נפש כל חי, ורוח כל בשר איש. My God, the soul you have given me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, O Eternal One of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. This basis of breath, which we can feel through a new inhale and through our nose, out through our mouth. It's the beginning of the possibility of discernment between self and other. This possibility of discernment and separation, that we must breathe in that which is external and exhale that which is internal. The foundation of all binary thought, self and other, light and dark, good and evil. And just as we know these binaries merely act as a front for us to function in the world around us, really serve as a mode of movement through the world. That mode is granted to us through these breaths, allowing us discernment, which itself has given humanity the capacity to become what we are, to separate between things and then recombine. The foundation of all human life and civilization, the foundation of Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan l'sechli bina lahavchin ben yom u'ben laila. Praised are you, Adonai, the Eternal One, Sovereign of the universe, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish between day from night. When we open our eyes, these separations, this discernment, it can so easily disappear with eyes closed, focused on breath, comes rushing back. We notice the different objects in our space, the way in which each object takes up its own space in relation to other objects. Sight, giving us a system with which to operate in the world, one form, one sense. No matter the level of sight we have, our sight extends this capacity for discernment, whether it be only to open our eyes and see the difference between light and dark, or to be able to visually discern fully between all things before us. Discernment of sight is a blessing as well. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, vokeach ivrim. Praised are you, Adonai, the Eternal One, Sovereign of the universe, who opens the eyes. As we look around and see the world around us, we also are able to interact with it, to move our bodies, to reach out, to change where things are, to bring them closer, push them farther away, allowing us to freely shape the space we exist in, allowing us to move our limbs, to stretch, to move about in the world. Foundation of freedom is movement. And any amount of movement we have is a freeing force within our lives. Praise to you, Adonai, the Eternal One, Sovereign of the universe, who frees the captive. And as we move about, as we take in the world around us, marveling at the way we can discern between each object, each thing, each aspect of our world, through our mind, through our eyes, through our movement. We're also able to stand or to sit upright, providing us a perspective, allowing us to view from on high, giving us a sense of mastery over that world. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. And if you are sitting or standing, to drop your shoulders and straighten your back. Feel into how our bodies are formed to exist upright. Feel into what it feels like to extend that uprightness as high as you can, stretching your head towards the ceiling. How does the feeling within your body and in your mind change with relation to this movement? How, when you stretch upwards towards the sky and look around, does your space look different? Do you feel different in relation to the other objects in your space? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokev kefufim. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, Sovereign of the universe, who lifts up the fallen. As you stretch upwards, I invite you to also stretch downwards, allowing your feet to touch the ground, pushing against it, feeling how firm it is. It supports you. And that firm ground is also what allows you to be upright, stretching down and up at the same time, acting as a connecting point between heaven and earth, a capacity to discern in our mind, through our vision, through movement, places us as this nexus, uniting heaven and earth, uniting mind, body, overcoming the false binaries of those two things, and then re-inhabiting those binaries in order to exist in the world. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rukaha hamayim. Praise to you, Adonai, the Eternal One, Sovereign of the universe, who fixes the earth firm upon waters. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin mitzadei gaver. Praise to you, Adonai, the Eternal One, Sovereign of the universe, who strengthens our steps as we reach down and up simultaneously, feeling the strength of the earth beneath us, feeling the sense of pride and mastery that comes with uprightness. I invite you to once again check in with the entirety of body. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, feeling it move through your nostrils into your sinuses, filling your lungs, expanding your belly, disseminating the gases that are inhaled into your bloodstream, the wonders of the body never ceasing, the wonders of the body providing us a space for rootedness. For although we may be completely interconnected, it may be that at the core of all the truth of the universe, we are all one. We also feel clothed in our bodies. Part of us, perhaps illusory, perhaps not, feels like it exists beyond the body. Still needs the anchoring in the body to provide a sense of self, a sense of I. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbish me. Praise to you, Adonai, the Eternal One, Sovereign of the universe, clothes the naked. As we focus in on the way we inhabit our space, the way our body makes us feel rooted in this space, I invite you to sit back again, relaxed, allowing your shoulders to drop once again, allowing your body to find a space that is restful. And check in your level of energy this morning. Are you feeling energized and ready to be very active today? Are you feeling a little less energized, more relaxed? Both are equally good ways to enter into this day. Both are ways to maintain wakefulness. If you feel particularly energized, vibrating at a fast pace, perhaps allow that to guide what you do today. Being very active, bringing that energy to everything that you do. And if you're feeling a little bit slower, a little bit more relaxed, allow that energy to guide your action today. Slowly moving from one task, one place, one activity to another. Not forcing yourself to move more quickly than feels natural. Not beating yourself up for feeling tired. Allowing that pace to be good enough. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanoten le'yaf koach. Praise to you, Adonai, our Eternal One, Sovereign of the universe, who brings wakefulness to those who have slept. As you center yourself around however your body is feeling energetically today, allowing it to be as it is, not trying to push yourself one direction or the other, but taking this signal from the body as what is necessary for your day. I invite you to bring your mind back to the moment of wakefulness. That moment when you began to allow the day to bring you forward into it. perhaps rubbing your eyes, perhaps having developed a habit for the first thing you do in the morning, whether it is to drink water, to read the news. At that moment, see if you can remember back to the first thought that brought you into wakefulness. That when you opened your eyes, what was the first thing your mind and body wanted you to focus on? Often, if we push back hard enough, we can see that it was simply re-inhabiting the body. Feeling where your arms are, your legs are in space, where your head is resting, reacquainting yourself with the world around you. I invite you to do that once again. Locating your body in space wherever you are, without any expectation, without any push towards action. Simply just noticing. And then slowly opening your eyes, perhaps rubbing whatever remnants of sleep there are out of them. Noticing how that changes where you feel your body to be, where you feel yourself to be. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hama'avir she'ena me'enai, u'tfuma me'afapai. Praise to you, Adonai, the Eternal One, Sovereign of the universe. Passes sleep away from our eyes and slumber from our eyelids. As you allow your eyesight to bring you back to your space fully, hopefully still maintaining that presence of mind in your body, feeling the interconnectedness between yourself and the world around you, between your breath and your body, your breath and the air that surrounds you, allowing all of your limbs and organs to be filled with this breath, working interdependently to bring you into this world for another day, reminding you that you and all of us and the whole of creation altogether is made in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tselem Elohim. Praise to you, Adonai, the Eternal One, Sovereign of the universe, made me the image of the Eternal. Boker Tov, good morning.